Alright guys, we'll be getting underway any moment now. We are going to be getting into the match of 2Stronk versus May is Bay, and we'll be underway any moment now into the match. See, the teams are ready. I believe so. I am ready to go. Both of the teams have full lobbies here, full teams. And we'll be getting underway any moment. Looks like just a little bit of clarification on the lobby, and then we'll be underway. Then there's somebody. Yeah, that's. So there is going to be an additional person in the lobby. Not exactly sure they're a caster. Need to double check on that. Not exactly sure how this person got in there. No. No. Yeah, okay. So we had somebody, I don't know how we got this person getting here. Somebody just found their way into the lobby, just casually got their way. I don't even know, but they found their way into the lobby. If it is a caster, then I would feel particularly bad, but I don't think so, as I've not seen. I'm not seeing anything. It looks like everything is going to be ready to go, guys, though. We just want to make sure that we have the integrity of the match. It's better to be safe than sorry in these situations. Of course, these games are very important for these players. These are the games that they will be playing to be able to get to the LAN qualifiers. So, again, it is very important that we maintain an integrity of these. But we are underway into the round of 26, guys. We have 2Stronk taking on the side of May is Bay. 2Stronk going to be on the offense first. Of course, guys, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are amazing. And again, thank you. We are going to be watching the Atlantic Showdown today, hosted by ESL, sponsored by Blizzard. It's a $100,000 LAN, going to be happening in August at Gamescom. This is the second EU qualifier. We're into the round of 64. We're going to be watching round of 64, round of 32, round of 16. At the end of today, the round of 60 will be completed and 8 teams will be left. Those 8 teams will be playing tomorrow in all of the quarterfinals sequentially that will be streamed. All of those teams that win tomorrow in their quarterfinals and move into the semifinals will have qualified themselves into the regional qualifiers. The regional qualifiers will take place at the end of the month / beginning of August for both regions, and of the 16 teams competing, only 4 will be able to get tickets to the LAN. We will have 8 teams total then for the Gamescom LAN, and we will have a $100,000 LAN with 8 teams playing Overwatch. Over for the side of May is Bay, trying to secure their chance at that ticket. Yahtzee going to be picking up a Soldier. We have Sniper going to be picking up a Lucio again. Scums is going to be on his Pharah. Wage going to be picking up the Mercy. We have Anti-Zero on his Zarya, and that leaves Armblad, the captain, going to be picking up the Reinhardt. Over for the side of 2Stronk, MKL, always hanging out in the channel. Shout out to him. Thank you for always stopping by, but he is going to be subbing for them today as Zabe is not here. He is going to be picking up the Mercy. That was a Troll Bjorn. We do have a Tasani on a Pharah. Ruster going to be on his Reinhardt. Manitin on a Hanzo. Mineral going to be on his Lucio and Icefelt. No surprise, going to be picking up the Flex Roll, picking up their Zarya. So here we go, action underway, as we are going to have Manitin already going down off the bat. It looks like that was Scums able to take him down. Maybe a double direct, juggling him a little bit off the bat, and that's going to be big kills to start the defense, giving them a lot more opportunity to get into this game and win it. Of course, you really do need to try to win those duels, win those situations, because if you don't, you put yourself in an incredibly awkward situation. And that's going to be Scums taking out Tasani. Actually, Manitin is able to take on Armblad, so a little bit of a trade. And the side of 2Stronk able to get some kills here, but Yahtzee is going to continue to get some more kills here for his team as he takes out Ruster. Manitin is able to take out Wage, and that's going to be an important kill. But Yahtzee going for the long-term flank here onto MKL. Going to get on top of MKL, doing a lot of damage, but can't quite get the Helix off. Not going to go for it yet. Does miss it, though, in the end. It looks like Manitin is going to continue to chase it out with that whole hog. With the Roadhog. He is going to now have access to that whole hog as he has farmed it up, probably ripping it out soon, and there we go. He's ripping it out, keeping them off the point. Going to be doing a lot of damage to this Reinhardt barrier. Reinhardt going to try to charge, but of course, pretty much impossible to charge through that, and that's going to be the point, getting 2 ticks so far for the side of 2Stronk. drop beat going out as the defense is going to be healed up a little bit. Wade gets shot by a direct, and then Sniper gets hooked by Manitin, and that's going to be pretty much all of the defense forced back and cleaned up at the side of Neyes Bay. Was able to get a good start to their defense, but unfortunately, just the overwhelming pressure from the side of 2Stronk able to take out their fortifications. And of course, now we're going to be looking at the push continuing. Actually, Yahtzee doing a good job again, doing so much damage to MKL. We actually have a disconnect, unfortunately, as Icefelt is going to DC. Hopefully they can get him back in as soon as possible. But, not much we can do about it. Of course, there's no pause client yet. Blizzard, please, if you're listening, add pause, please. Just add a pause client. It's all pause feature, spectator client. It's all I request. 4 ultimates are going to be available for the side of the offense. 4 ultimates are going to be available for the side of the defense. Roughly the same categories. We have control ult from Zarya, and from the Reinhardt we have damage ults and 2 defensive utility ults, as there's going to be the first 1 sound barrier going out. Offense is going to be using that to initiate and get a good fight going, but it looks like Ruster just absolutely whiffed his Earth Shatter there as the Graviton Surge is going to go out from the side of the defense, not doing too much as Manitin was channeling that whole hog, and it looks like Ruster, Tasani, and Manitin are going to be the ones answering right now. As Yahtzee and Anti-Zero do get some kills in the background, but MKL going to be able to get the resurrection, bringing up those fallen members. And now Yahtzee and the remaining 3 members are on the escape plan, but it's not going to work as Manitin secures himself a double kill onto that Roadhog, just doing so much damage so far. Of course, that's the nature of Roadhog. If you catch people out of position, hook, kill, hook, kill. It's a train of deaths that you can't stop. And we are going to get stopwatch started for next match. Of course, guys, it is stopwatch. Looked over to check the time. Fortunately, I had space starting it, but of course we will have a match time at the end of this, as we will be able to do some deductive logic. There is going to be a dash across from the Mercy, doing a lot of healing over to the side of Tasani as he's able to take out Scum's Armblad. Going to be going for that Earth Shatter, but it doesn't do too much as it gets absorbed. Icefelt going to be able to take out Armblad as he charges through, and Tasani's going to be getting himself a total of 4 kills. And Ruster cleans up Yahtzee, getting another, and that is going to be complete. The first round, as 2Stronk takes a pretty fast time here.
Score.
So time remaining is going to be 5:36, which I believe the time should be... It's 11 minutes, right? So that means it's 5:24 was the offense? Pretty sure that was a 5-minute 24 offense. It feels wrong, though. It feels like it should have been a 4:24. But that would make the map 10 minutes long. And I think it's supposed to be 11 minutes long, but... We're just going to go ahead and default to 5:24. Of course, we can see the remaining time was 5:36. So we can go ahead and use that deductive logic again. It is going to be a stopwatch, guys. So if the defense is unable to hold their the aggression from the offense from the stopwatch, then the offensive time is going to be faster, and they're going to be able to convert on the map. So again, offense with stopwatch favors the the first attacking team a little bit more, because the onus is on the second attacking team to do better, right? The first attacking team just has to set a time and has to be able to defend that time, whereas the second attacking team has to deal with the situation that they have to beat the actual time. Okay, 3:24. I swear that was, yeah, it feels off. Why does it say?
What are you looking at?
But that would make the map only. Okay. So I just don't get exactly the situation there. I swear it's supposed to be 11 minutes for the maps. It might be 10 minutes, but fortunately it has changed due to recent stuff over the last few weeks / last beta and such. It has changed a little bit, and that is something that I need to refresh on, as of course we can't see the timers at the end. I've just relied on basically seeing the timer this entire time, rather than actually being able to do that math right there. But now that that's the case, I will be getting that out for you guys, as Manitin is going to be able to take out Armblad. That's a good pick to start off this defense. With the Genji down, the flanking threat is going to be gone. They don't really have to worry about a soldier in the back too much, as of course Tasani is going to be their soldier player, and he's the one in the back right now, set up in the defense, doing a lot of damage to Scums. Manitin is going to be getting himself a double kill, and so far Manitin is just doing so much work for his team. I gotta highlight him right now. He's the one stepping up. Of course, this is early on in the day. This isn't the hardest opponent that they are going to face, but at the same time, good play is good play. We'll see if the side of Mayas Bay is able to turn around this story and get an offense going. So far as Maniton has just been basically shredding every attempt they've been taking. They haven't even been able to get through the choke point. Side of 2Stronk definitely showing better Overwatch here, as we do have Armblad going down. Mineral going to be able to take out Yahtzee, and of course that Reaper, such a snowbally hero in the midst of fights, as the more kills he gets, the more globes he gets, easier it is for him to continue to survive and fight on. Maniton again going to be answering with another kill. We're just going to go ahead and sit on him. We're just going to enjoy the Maniton show for a little bit, guys, as he's been landing hook after hook, doing so much damage. As we are going to be having a GG soon, as Scums is going to be taken out by a hook after Maniton is able to solo anti-zero with the good left clicks, landing a few headshots on top of it. Going to turn around and right-click flick onto Armblad, and now he's just going to go ahead and rip the whole hog out, and this is just one man doing so much for his team right now, as this whole hog going to get charged and canceled. Is going to end up cleaning up Yahtzee with the one shot in the head as he got charged. Now going to be going for the hook, I imagine soon. Does land it on anti-zero, and this guy's hook accuracy in this game must be out of this world. 2 mana shatter going to be coming out from Ruster. As Armblad is going to go up against Maniton, but Maniton ends up winning the duel as Ruster and Mineral pick up 2 more kills, and that's going to be a total of 3 so far in that fight for the defense, as we already have 2 minutes on the clock eaten up. Pretty much impossible for the side of Mayas Bay to be able to convert on their offense here successfully in the time that they are allotted. Decent shot coming out from Maniton. It was a right click though, so it doesn't end up doing that much. There's going to be a Death Blossom coming out from Mineral, doing a little bit, taking out Sniper Dude. But again, Maniton has been the show so far, as he is just getting so many kills right now. Wish I could check on his actual stats right now. But he is going to be just absolutely running house on this offense as they're trying to come through this choke point. He's getting good shots with the right click, doing a lot of damage. He's landing hook after hook. Of course, we've seen him land 2 hooks on the Pharah, 2 hooks on, and that's going to be a Graviton Surge at their spawn. That's just an awkward situation for the Mayas Bay. They're going to go ahead and pop the sound barrier, but then Inner Shatter is going to shut it down, as Tasani is going to pop the sights as well. Fight going out as Sniper, Anti-Zero, and Yahtzee are all going to end up falling. Wage is on the back trying to fight it out at his spawn, but at the end of the day, guys, 2Stronk has basically won this map here with 3 minutes eaten up on the clock. We'll probably play it out, as of course this team probably doesn't get the chance to scrim 2Stronk too often. This is a good opportunity for them to test their mettle and see how they match up against some of the better teams in the world right now. Rocket's coming out from Scums. He does have a Rocket Barrage available. Would like to see him get a lot of value from that, but Tasani going to be shutting him down right off the bat before he could even consider that as an option. Meanwhile, Armblad going to be pushing forward, trying to change what's happening so far, but unfortunately the game is written in stone at this point. It's just a question of whether or not they can cap the point for their own pride. We would go back to lobby in that case, and there wouldn't be a resolution to the game, but at the same time, that would be very important for them. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, as Wagens going down with double whole hog coming out as Maniton and Anti-Zero. Just fight it out, whole hog versus whole hog. But now it's going to be Armblad going for the Death Blossom. Doesn't end up getting too much with that, as he gets shot up by Tasani, as well as Maniton with the hook on the Yahtzee. That's going to be another kill. Dropping the beat, landing, not going to happen. So his beats never dropped. He ends up dying, and that's going to be game, guys, as we award a point to 2Stronk, as they look very strong so far starting out in this event. Of course, they need to, guys. They are definitely one of the teams that I would expect to be seeing in the regional finals at the end of the month / beginning of August. So if they're showing weakness against a team like this, it's going to be very awkward, and it's going to be foreboding for the Raider of the day. But the fact that they were able to get a very quick offense, they were able to do what they needed to do on defense to be able to prevent anything from getting through. Good signs for 2Stronk. Again, we are going to be going to Loser's Choice map now, so we could be going to pretty much anything. There are some 2 CPs available. I believe it's just Volskaya. Let's double check the map pool for this tournament. Of course, it has changed since the last one. We are doing a different map pool for every tournament, and Volskaya is in there. And that's it. So just Volskaya as far as the 2 CPs go. So if they're going to pull it to something completely out of the ballpark as far as what's normally played, then we could be going to Volskaya. I doubt it. I think we'll probably be going to something more standard. They seem to be pretty good on Dorado. Maybe they just go to Dorado. Dorado's not a bad map. It's pretty, it's alright. It's not the most practiced map for these teams either, so maybe. I think another good choice definitely would be possibly King of the Hill. You're not going to necessarily beat them in strategy, right? And so maybe your closest potential is fragging power. Maybe you're just all pub gods. Maybe you're really good at aiming. Maybe you're good at killing. And yeah, that's exactly where they're going to go. They're going to take us to Lijiang Tower. And it looks like that's going to be where we're going. I like that decision again. Basically take the element of strategy to a little bit of the back burner. Get to your team fighting, your situational awareness, your crisis management, your team shotting, your pure skill as individuals and as a team as far as it goes to getting kills. And that's what's going to make a big difference. We'll see if they can go ahead and match the side of 2Stronk. Again, if 2Stronk does display just better shooting, better crisis management, better fight management, all that other conceptual concepts surrounding King of the Hill, then I feel like it's just going to be a quick 2Stronk victory. But at the same time, I like Bay's decision making. You want to be going to a place where you can have the best chance possible. And again, the way that I see this game right now is all the top teams in the world right now, you know what they do? They hit their shots. They land their ultimates. They don't really get out of position. So the basics, the concepts that everyone else is still improving on in the rest of the world right now, and even they are at the end of the day, those are the things that all the top teams in the world are approximately equal on. So what's the difference? Well, it's who's playing 95% versus 100%, and who is playing the better strategy, and who's coordinating the strategy better. And that's really what separates your top teams in the world right now. Of course, Envious is always seeming to play at almost like a 99% threshold. In Taimu and Tailspin are absolutely insane when it comes to their damage output and their impact as players. But at the same time, all of their players are absolutely amazing, and that's what makes them such a good roster. But we're on to this next map, guys. It is going to be Lijiang Tower. We're on a best of 5 for this map. We will be seeing 2 of the maps twice. We will be seeing 1 map once, and this will be one of them that we will be seeing twice. Garden, one of the more constricted maps. As you can see, both teams are going to have very small exits leading out to the point. Both teams have to deal with a bridge, which of course bops from Lucio, concussive blasts from Farah, and any other knockback effects can have a massive impact, and that's why you can see the blue team is going to be going over to the right. 2Stronk going to be no fear. They're going to be going over the bridge, and we're going to have a clash. 2Stronk going to be the first one on the point, so if it unlocks during this fight and no one from the side of Bay is on the point, 2Stronk will go ahead and access control of it. Manitin, oh, that flanking maneuver. He's going to be in the back doing a lot of damage already, but he does get bubbled up, and looks like Dasani is able to take out Waves. That's going to be the first kill of the match, as Dasani is able to land up that one now. Looks like on the point, though, it's going to be quite a few heroes from Bay. Meanwhile, they're getting shot up from the back a little bit, as Armblad is in the flank, I believe. The Ruster able to take out Sniper Dude. That's going to be the first kill. Second one going to be going to Icefelt as he takes out Scums, and Tasani again chiming in, going to be taking out Yahtzee, and then he also takes out Armblad. So Tasani definitely feeling his fair play right now. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a concussive blast and ends up missing. Not too effective there, but now he's going to go ahead and set up the soft contain, making it impossible for this Reaper to rotate over. Of course, Reaper has no long-range threat to a Farah. If Farah keeps her distance at arm's length, Reaper is going to have not a good time at all dealing with that Farah. There's going to be another concussive blast, a little bit of attempt at knocking off, but not going to happen, as he is just going to continue to fire those rockets. It looks like Tracer was able to get on the point and be a little bit harassing. But that's about it. It does go down to Tasani after that direct rocket base, or a rocket to the feet. And the Manitin going to be taking out Sniper over to the right. As you can see, there is going to be him chasing down onto the soldier Yahtzee, trying to get away, but Yahtzee is just going to get shot apart. Now Lucio is the next one who needs to get away. He's getting chased out. Just looks like Manitin is having a game for themselves right now, guys. First, it was the Roadhog. Now it's this Reaper. This guy is doing so much damage going against the other Reaper. Going to be doing the lion's share of the damage. He does have a Death Blossom available. I think he might be looking to use it once they group up. Tactical Vibes are going to be active by Icefelt. These are some pretty massive sites, actually. He sees 2, 3, 4 heroes right now. Going to be doing insane amounts of damage, but doesn't end up capitalizing on all those kills. Maybe 3 total, and now he ends up going against the other soldier, and that's going to be a flank from Scums going for that barrage, but no kills really going to come from that. He does end up taking out Icefelt, but that's about it. MKL going to go ahead and use the Tempo Res to bring him back up. Meanwhile, all the ultimates are still available, and oh, this is some cheeky play coming out from the side of 2Stronk. Manitin specifically going to be looking for the right side, left side flank with that Shadow Step and that Graviton Surge. Now that's good play from Armblad, going to be getting onto the point, trying to stall it up for them. But now he's got a duel up against Tasani, and Manitin's like, no friend. No friend, no friend. I'm sorry, that's our point. Meanwhile, Manitin going to take out 2, taking out both Armblad and Wage. Ruster going to be getting himself a double kill too. 2Stronk looking very, very strong. Ruster going to actually end up making it 3 by the end, and this is basically the last point of the fight, guys. The defense, the side of Bay, is pretty much caught up back in the point as Tasani rips out the barrage, getting himself a double kill. No one's anywhere near the point, and that's going to be the first of the 3.
Fire at will.
Now, no matter how this ends up looking, guys, I really want to stress that I think that this was the right decision coming out from Maze Bay. As far as your map picks go, yeah, you could go left park, you could pull out a 2CP, but I'll tell you what, these teams that played in closed beta back when 2CPs were playing a lot more, they have strategies, they have ideas, they know what they're doing on them because they've played them a little bit more. However, when you take, again, teams to these kinds of map, it is purely based on your slaying power, your fragging potential, and your teamwork. Your ability to manage the crises very well, to understand the situations and to be aware of them and to properly evaluate them and have your decisions be reflected from them. And then at the same time as that is also your team fighting potential with your team, right? You have to be able to coordinate, you have to be able to team shot, you have to be able to land your shots, and if all of that puts together, then really at the end of the day, you don't really need strategy on King of the Hill. Like, yeah, you do need some at the end of the day. You need some, but far more so, if you're the ones slaying, you're the ones winning the duels, then it's going to make it a lot easier. And already Yahtzee taking a lot of damage. He's going to end up going down to Ruster. That's just a direct rocket. We're going to go over to Armblad as he's on the Genji. He needs to get something done right now as he's basically 1-on-3 here, going to be hopping over that wall and dashing away. But this is basically just him trying to escape his death as Icefelt is going to try to chase him away with that Tracer. Going to be using that rewind and now going up against the Genji. Genji versus Tracer. Should be going to, honestly, well, neither player should die if either player wants to, but Armblad going to get chased out and taken out by Icefelt. As of course, at a certain point, you just can't run anymore. And MKL going to be playing everyone's favorite salty Bastion. PJ Salt, the Omnic himself. Going to be sitting over here in the left side, just waiting for them to get onto the point. Scums is going to be able to take out Icefelt, though, and that's a big kill. They might be able to use that as an opportunity to get in. They're not going to have to worry about a flanking Tracer, and they can just focus on the targets in front of them. I say that, though. Manitz and Death Blossom going to get canceled by a hook, though. Ruster and Tasani are answering on the back of that, though, as they get kills on the Anti-Zero, and Scums and Tasani is going to make it a double kill as he's continuing forward. Going to be dashing into the Lucio, doing a lot of damage to this Lucio. Lucio down to a 3rd HP. Lucio is going to fall to the triple fan, and now Tasani just going to go ahead and back up here as he is able to do a lot of damage with these shurikens. Actually, Icefelt going to get hooked up by Anti-Zero. A little bit of awkward from him. Going to end up dying for basically no reason, and now we do have, again, Tasani going to be going up and stopping this soldier. That's critical, keeping him off of this position. He's just going to go ahead and use the Dragon Blade. Why not? Going to be going ahead and going for this kill. Now going to be looking for more. Lucio is going to be the next target on the menu. Now he's going to be going for the other Genji. Going to be slashing through and taking him out. And Tasani actually takes out Anti-Zero as well. That's going to be a quad kill for Tasani. Icefelt going to be getting the 5th kill as basically only Yahtzee is, or Scums is left as he goes down to Tasani, making it 5 total in that fight for him. MKL going to be switching over to the Mei to beat Maze Bay. That's some Inception level hero picking there from MKL. Beat the team with their mascot as we are going to have Icefelt going for that pulse bomb onto the Winston, doing a lot of damage to him. Can he finish up the Winston? He's going to be going for it. No. Decides to go for the rewind and going to go ahead and back out. He needs to get out at 30 HP. Nope. Just going to end up dying to Scums there. A little bit of a greedy play. His wage is on that Winston, taking out Ruster. And now 2 heroes down to the side of, excuse me, sorry, 2Stronk. Going to be doing a lot for the side of Maze Bay. This might be their opportunity to flip the point. They're getting halfway there. They're getting a 3/4 of the way there. They're getting there 1/4 of the way. They just need to get one more hero off of it, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and get it. Scums. He's pretty low, though. He needs to stay alive, though. He's been a big damage-dealing factor for his team. Whenever his team has been able to get pushes onto this point and get something going, it's been off the back of a double kill from him, or just a great double direct onto a key target, such as Icefelt, or such as Mineral. And it is going to be a no support coming out right here from 2Stronk, because they are just basically going to be going with a for fun lineup. This is your quick match style play, guys, and it looks like they might be getting punished for it a little bit, as Wage is going to be able to take out Icefelt. Mineral does end up taking out Yahtzee, though, so that'll make it a little bit easier. Ruster is going to be going for those arrows onto Wage. Wage is going to end up taking him out, and MKL with that Blizzard going to be trying to get something done, and there's Tasani with the Dragon Blade. He's just going to try to clean things up, but he gets taken out after he takes out Anti-Zero. And 2Stronk might be getting a little bit punished here, as they are going over to a little bit of this troll lineup. They have no support, they have no tank. This is basically them saying, we have no respect for you, the side of Maze Bay. Maze Bay turning around and saying, guys, look, I'm sorry, but you do need to respect us. We're a decent team, and you may be able to beat us when you have a real lineup, but when you don't have a real lineup, we're going to take control of the point, and we're going to maintain control of the point. Let's see if that's the continued story, as the side of 2Stronk is going to have quite a few numbers coming in here at once, and they haven't had that happen yet. Icefelt going to be going forward, but Scums takes out Manatee, and that's going to be the first kill of the fight, as there's going to be a pulse bomb and a Dragon. Dragon not sated yet. No, now it is. Ruster going to be able to get that kill. Tasani getting himself a double kill, but he does end up going down. No, Armblad ends up going down to the Soldier of Mineral, as Mineral getting a lot of damage done. It looks like a team kill is going to end up happening as the no respect lineup does end up working for the side of 2Stronk. They were able to outslay and outfrag the side of May is Bay, able to win this match. And again, guys, it really is just coming down to fragging power. As you can see there, they were doing basically exactly what you shouldn't be doing if you want to be a better team. I mean, in the sense that, right, like they're having a little bit of fun with it, and I don't at all want this to be a slight or like a flame in that sense, like, oh, they should be playing seriously, whatever. Players do what they want. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to, you know, whatever. Anyways, point is, you can see that the power of fragging matters a lot in King of the Hill. Even when you run a lineup that is not good at all, it has no heal, it has no sustain, it has no, like, it has Mineral with his, when he was running the Soldier, and that's it. Like, that was literally it as far as healing sustain goes. And they were still able to win because they just out-frag, out-slayed, out-dueled the targets that they were fighting. And that's King of the Hill. If you want to get much better at King of the Hill, I highly suggest you work on your slaying potential if you're not playing support. Icefelt going to be able to take out Yahtzee, and it's going to be the first kill, as that is going to make it a lot easier for 2Stronk off the bat. 2 kills off the bat going to make it disgustingly easy, as a 4v6 is a good power play if you're going to be going on to the point here, as Icefelt is looking for those direct shots, but so far not going to be doing too much with them. That's going to be a good rocket on for the nade, but is going to go ahead and heal it up, as we do have Mineral on that Widowmaker. Going to be already landing some pretty good shots here, just doing a lot of damage, but then in the back, there's going to be a flank from a Soldier. Yahtzee doing a lot for his team, going to be getting in the background. He takes out, hopefully, the Zenyatta too. That would be big for his team, but it doesn't look like he's going to. His MKL and Icefelt are going to combo up together to relieve that flanking pressure, and that's going to be a take of the first point, it looks like, as Icefelt is coming into the flank. No, it looks like the side of 2Stronk not able to completely control the point yet, and of course, the side of Mayas Bay did have a little bit of control of it, but now 2Stronk going to be on control of it. MKL with a double kill on the Zenyatta. MKL on a sliver of HP. We should have been watching that. Why was I watching a Genji and a Soldier? That's not exciting. A guy floating around throwing balls of death at people is much more exciting. As of course Zenyatta is almost never seen right now. He is in a very interesting spot. I don't really know about this Zenyatta ult. They are going to just go ahead and use it to be aggressive. Ruster is going to take out Anti-Zero. And we are going to go ahead and stay on MKL for a little bit. We don't get to see too much Zenyatta. Discord Orb and headshots are what you need to be doing with Zenyatta. That's how this hero works in a lot of ways. He is a high damage hero, and that's why he is very hard to balance right now, because honestly speaking, if they were to touch his damage at all, I think that he would probably do way too much damage, to be fair, and just would be way too good. And that is going to be a kill from Ruster, a kill from Maniton, a kill from Icefelt, and so many deaths so far from the side of Mayas Bay, as they are definitely just getting held up at their spot. Icefelt actually going to be dropping super low, able to grab a large health back, and that's going to keep him alive. We're back over to the Zenyatta. He's just continuing to output massive damage. And really what I want to say right now is I kind of feel like Zenyatta is an example of a really balanced hero right now, as he has basically, he's like exactly where he needs to be. He does disgusting damage, his healing output is decent, his ultimate is absolutely game-changing. It basically out-heals a Rocket Barrage and a Death Blossom. It's absolutely insane when used properly. And so like he's really balanced, but that's the problem, right, is he's not gimmicky in a lot of ways. He can't charge his ult super fast like Mercy can. He doesn't have disgusting burst potential like a Reaper or a Tracer, so there are some interesting ways to think about it in that sense. Tasani is going to end up taking out Yahtzee, as again, this hard contain is just definitely going in the favor of 2Stronk, as they have basically set up outside the spawn, as you can see from the side of Mayas Bay. It's just basically a death area for them. As soon as they walk out this door, they're going against a large number of members of 2Stronk, and that's going to be a Deadeye coming out. Of course, Deadeye, you can't do anything when they're in their spawn. Mayas Bay just going to be basically forced into here, not going to be able to get out. Wei just had enough of this. He says, I want to go get in on the point. I want to change this game. But to be honest, Maniton with the double kill. Scum's going to get himself a double kill before the end of it. But no. 3-0 going over to the side of 2Stronk, making it 2-0 in the series. And we are going to go ahead and see 2Stronk move on the day. Not too surprising. Again, I don't want to seem like I'm mega ultra biased in that sense, guys. Again, it's no surprise. It's like watching, if you guys are a fan of any other esports, it's like watching, you know, your SK Gamings go against, you know, Dignitas and Counter-Strike, or if you watch Dota, maybe watching your EGs go against, you know, a side of Void Boys from the NC scene. You know, it's an up-and-coming team who probably has a lot of individual skill, and, you know, I hope to get to watch them more. But 2Stronk, very strong, looking to continue on strong today. They definitely are the better team of the two, and they definitely do want to continue to go on again, guys, because they haven't been able to qualify yet. They were unable to make it through in the last qualifier. I believe they lost in the quarterfinals. I don't exactly recall. I've casted quite a few games since then, and so I will have to double check on that. But they definitely want to make it through today, so they don't have to worry about it for the next 2 weeks. They can just make it in and continue playing and not worrying about it. But again, guys, thank you so much. This is the Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 2. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. This is hosted by ESL, sponsored by Blizzard. Give them some love on Twitter. Follow at ESL Overwatch and at Play Overwatch on Twitter for more information. You guys can also follow me if you enjoy my casting. That's the best way to support me. You can find me on Twitter at RaptorZOW, and you guys can follow me there, as well as click down below on my YouTube or on any of my YouTube content, previous casts, as well as my Strat Watch series. Plenty of stuff that I try to do for Overwatch, guys. I'm basically doing Overwatch all the time, trying to get you guys as much as possible, because I love this game. I love talking about it. I love dissecting it. I love analyzing it, and I love hyping about it. So I really just enjoy doing what I'm doing right now, guys. So if you also enjoy that, definitely do subscribe it, definitely do like it, and whatever it is outside of that. But again, guys, I want to just say thank you so much for your times. Thank you so much for your patience, as we'll be getting into another game here. I'm going to be checking the bracket, sending it to some music, and then keeping an update with you guys in the chat. And again, if you guys want more Overwatch action today, get yourself a multi-stream going of ESL_Overwatch and Gosu Gamers. There's going to be 2 more English streams going on for lots more games, lots more action, lots more Overwatch. And of course, guys, as always, it would never be possible without the amazing individuals that watch these games, such as you. So thank you again, and we'll be right back with more action.